members of the committee. My name is Julie Johnson, and I'm the president of MSS, an organization that provides employment and day supports to people with disabilities. I'm also the government affairs chair of MOHR, the statewide association of 100 nonprofit organizations that also provide employment and day supports to Minnesotans with disabilities. Thank you for the opportunity to speak before you today in support of this legislation, File 382. At MSS, we see examples every day of the positive impact waiver-funded disability services have on the people we serve. A young man we support was recently assisted in securing a job working at the Minnesota Science Museum, and this job has increased his independence, confidence, and community connections. This opportunity has sparked his interest in going back to school to further his education. However, on the flip side of each success story, there are hard conversations that my organization has every day with about 150 people on our wait list for services, whom we are not able to serve because of our staff vacancies. Many of these individuals have been on our wait list since they graduated from high school 2 years ago. Without access to services, individuals slowly lose those skills that they work to develop in school for the transition from youth to adult life. Some people are at home, requiring a family member to scale back their work in order to provide the support that they need during the day. This is why my organization and so many others are supporting this bill, which contains changes to the competitive workforce factor as well as the supervisor wage factor within our disability waiver rate system aimed at addressing this workforce shortage. I want to acknowledge the significant investment that the legislature has made over the last decade to support waiver-funded disability services. Those investments have been critical for us to address the statewide lack of access to services. However, due to the decades of underinvestment in community-based disability services, even with these investments, some real disparities exist between the reimbursement rates and the cost of providing these services, particularly around staffing. This gap in reimbursement negatively impacts the ability of organizations like mine to attract and retain skilled staff, which in turn makes it harder for people across Minnesota with significant disabilities to access the supports they need to gain new skills and increase their independence. We know that legislators will have to grapple with some very challenging questions this session about how to meet the critical needs of our state within the confines of the revenue available. We are asking you to see our community members, friends and family members with disabilities as a priority in this work. Please partner with us as you've done in the past to move our state forward, certainly not backwards, as the governor's proposed cuts would do, in providing wages and benefits that allow us to hire the staff needed to support Minnesotans with disabilities to live full, meaningful lives. Thank you, and I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you, Ms. Johnson, for your testimony. Welcome to the committee. Please state your name for the record and present your testimony.
Thank you, Mr. Chair and committee members. For the record, my name is Ken Bentz. I'm the director